Good morning. Just waiting. Come on, Wendy. I know you're watching for me. There goes the alert. It's Tuesday. Tuesday something. I think it's October 6th. Somebody look it up for me. Good morning. Good morning. I knew you'd catch up to me. Good morning, Wendy. I run a little late these days. I just cut it back to 30 minutes because there's just a lot going on. So 30 minutes feels like enough mostly, but if we run over, we run over. I'll figure it out one of these days. Usually it's more like 10, Wendy, unless somehow by some miracle I get up and around and everything's calm and I'm able to hop on sooner. But I've been trying to cut it back to 30 minutes. I'm doing classes too. I have a 2-hour class today and a 2-hour class tomorrow in life, and so I try to cut my time back on this so that I have more time for the other things. So yes, I've been doing more 30-minute, 10 to 10:30, then 9:30 to 10:30. We get plenty done in 30 minutes. So, how is life for you, Miss Wendy? How's it been going? That's what it's all about today. How are you guys doing? Because, you could ask me how it's going this moment right now, and I'd be like, it's great. My energy's good. I slept fairly well last night. I'm in pretty good shape. And then I go through this struggle again. So, hi, good morning, Erica. So, sometimes it's great. Now, I will say that I finally did realize last night that because I was in a couple of heavy-duty sessions with a good friend, that I was greatly affected by that energy. So I sunk into something last night that was not very pretty. So I'm wondering, that's why I said at the beginning of this is, do we hold on or do we let go? There is this weird energy lately that I feel like it's not just me. I know it's not just me. Many of us are going through this, and it's like, oh, everything's going great, and then all of a sudden we fall into this pit. And then we pull back out, we get some sleep like little toddlers, and and we come back, and we're personal stuff still affecting you. I really feel it at low energy. I'm feeling it collectively, excuse me, around the planet. It's like we are moving into something, and that's my hope, is that we're moving into this higher frequency, and the ego is holding on all the way through it, just like clinging. So, and especially to old stuff, old pains. So thank you for sharing. Well, you didn't miss us last night, Hope, because Geraldine wasn't feeling well, so we went ahead. We really both needed some time to regroup, and we were going to have Ruben on again, and Ruben had phone issues too. So it was like everybody, the universe was just like, take a time off, take a time out. So we took a time out last night. We will catch back up. Hopefully Ruben will be available next week. So we'll just keep trying with him. Anytime that he gets there is always amazing for all of us, because there's such a blessing, and just hearing his blessings really bless us. So we probably could have all used it last night, but we just couldn't work it out. So nobody missed anything. So hold on to the good and let go of the bad. Here's the thing, we're in a time where those things, those painful memories, this is me, are coming back up. It's almost like being haunted. It's like we're reliving. And it's funny, I was drawn to a movie last night, Ghosts of Girlfriends Past, with Matthew McConaughey, and I watched it. I'm like, okay, yeah, because it almost feels like that to me. I live in a place, I love where I live, but exactly 4 years ago, this place right here was a place of great grief. This place right here where I live right now, not in this house, but right there at that park that I can see from here. And so I feel like there's this deeper healing going on that is no fun. And I don't know if you guys are going through it too. And so when I say holding on or letting go, it's like when you go into that, you can't even figure out if you want to hold on or let go. You can't even figure out, like it's so deep. It's so deep. It's in this crazy place. I don't, because I've done so much healing, and I have lots of love in my life. I have a man that's always, as sweet as he can be, pops in. And I've felt Steve around me ever since he passed. But I'm wondering if I'm going through this deeper separation with Steve now. So it's almost like I'm going through another spell of grief. Like he's got to let me go now so that I can do the work that I've come here to do. on my own and realize my own strength and my own abilities. And so he's further away. And every now and then he pops in and he's like, okay, it's okay. It's all right. You're okay. You're okay. Just, like I'm graduating and it's time to do this on my own. And that is bringing about a sense of loss again to me. That's deeper than I could have imagined. At 4 years, I thought, no, I'm doing really well. So last night, I thought I was having a really good day. I walked down to the park, to the pavilion where I chose to have his memorial service. And as soon as I walked into it, I just plopped my butt down and I just sat there and cried like a baby again. And it's like, where is this coming from? It was a deep loss. It was a very deep loss. It was maybe, I can sit here and say, well, things weren't perfect between us, but of course they weren't perfect. We were human. But the last 3 to 4 weeks that he was alive was the first time I ever fully opened to someone. I ever really gave everything. I literally opened my heart to this man thinking somehow love was going to pull him through it. And so I didn't hold anything back. And that was the first time in this lifetime where I opened that fully to anyone. So to love someone that deeply and then to have to let them go is a deep trauma. And I know I'm not alone in this. And it doesn't matter. It matters, but to say, well, he was still around. Of course he was still around. He didn't leave me. It was beautiful. The healing and the growth that I experienced from him was amazing. But I don't know. I keep wondering if we ever fully get over these losses, or if it's just something that the ego is going to keep falling back into every year. And it pushes us. I'm not the only one. I feel like as I was sitting there last night, I'm like, what is this? I want to scream at God. I want to scream at everyone. I'm just like so angry. Like, why does this have to keep coming up? Why can't I just find peace and just be happy? And I just wonder if we're at this place where we're so close to a big change that every last little thing that we've stuffed down inside of ourselves, every last lower vibrational feeling, thought, word, everything has to come up to play, has to finally come up to a deeper healing. Is it because I'm to this place where I'm dredging out the very last of it, and that's the hardest part? And I think there's truth in that. So I'm not telling people any of this to make you feel sorry, to go, oh my gosh, I'm so sorry for your loss. Because it's nobody's fault. It just is what it is. But I want other people to hear that story. I've been telling my story for 4 years so that other people that are going through deep loss can go, okay, I'm not crazy, and I'm there with you. It's like, it's so fresh. When it happens like that, it's so fresh. It's like I just lost him. It's right back to that. I'm going into that where I don't sleep at night, which has been very difficult physically. When he first died, before he died, for 6 weeks. When he got sick, I just stopped sleeping. I would just lay there and listen to him breathe. I was so thankful for every breath that he took that I would just lay there listening to him and paying attention to whether or not he needed something from me. I didn't sleep. I didn't eat. I was literally melting. Like I was melting away. And for whatever reason, I'm echoing that again. I'm going into this like anorexic thing where suddenly food doesn't seem that interesting to me. And I don't really sleep well. Last night I finally did. I think I finally get myself to the point where I just sleep. I did call in the angels last night. I was feeling really, really low last night, really low. And finally I was like, all right, you guys, I know I've got a team. Even though you feel really, really distant from me right now, I know you're there. I need sleep tonight, and I slept like a baby. So my reminder to you is that there is a lot going on right now with us. Please, Wendy, you too, please know that you're not alone in all of this deep loss or this deep emotion that you're going through. I just feel like we're going to a deeper level. If you're feeling this right now, it's because you are an advanced soul, and you have to come to this place where you're able to fully reconcile these deep pains and these deep emotions. You have to find a way to go deeply into it. That's the hardest part. I think most of us were like, I know that's true for me. It's like, okay, I felt like I healed all this, but I didn't, because I didn't allow myself to fully go into it. There's a fear there that if we fully go into that pain, we may never come back out. And there's also that need to start reaching out to someone else. I was reaching last night. Caroline was angry with me, I think, a little bit last night, or maybe not angry. I think I frustrated her because I'm the type of person that if someone says, "Hey, I need some help with something," I'm always right there. I'm like, "Okay, let me help you." But when I get really deeply into it, I may say, "Hey, wow, this is bad." But then when she offered to help, I was like, I just need to work this out on my own. And I know that bothered her, but I really have always been like that. I needed to go out for a walk. I needed to allow myself to go deeply into that. And if I had someone else, I was angry with Jim for not being here. I was angry with everyone for everything that's been going on. I was in that phase of, yeah, I wish that I had someone to hold on to, but I need to not hold on to anyone. Does that make sense? I realize when I come back about that time that I spend by myself, really feeling that emotion and allowing myself to go deeply into it is healing, whether I like it or not. So I hope that this helps you guys if you're going through this stuff. It literally is a planetary thing, and especially I believe for light workers, we have been stepping out ahead of humanity for a long time. We came here for this, and so we've been going through a lot of deep healing for a long time. But now anything that we haven't, if there's anything inside of you that's still lower vibrational, that's still clinging to the past, I'm still clinging. When we talk about holding on or letting go, I have to let go of the life that he and I had together. I don't have to let go of the memories, but I have to let go of the dreams, the thoughts. Oh, this is forever. He's staying with me forever. We're gonna grow old together. All that stuff. I have to let go of that anger, the parts that bring out anger. There's a part of me that's still very angry that rug got pulled out from underneath me. That here I have this healthy 52-year-old husband, and we're gonna grow old together, and suddenly he's taken from me. There's that stuff, where we still hold on to lower vibrational, not the love part. The love part you hold on to. The lower vibrational stuff you have to be willing to let go of. Does that make sense? So it's always all about sorting. Because if I don't sort this out, I can't fully love Jim the way that he needs to be loved. He's a very different person. He's not Steve. And he has his own way of going about life. Steve was the type that, man, when we met, we were like joined at the hip from the very beginning. Like, at first we were just talking on the phone and we were becoming friends. And then as soon as I met him, it was it. I couldn't stand to be away from him. And he couldn't stand to be away from me. And we really played that out all the way through our marriage. We were connected. We were like, if he had to go away for a couple days, it was like, oh, I can't sleep. I can't stand it when you're away from me. And then even when he was in the hospital, I wasn't sleeping. It was like I'd go home to get some rest and I just lay there. Like all I wanted to be was right back beside him again. So it was like a ripping apart of one person. Really, when he died, it was like, oh gosh, now what do I do? There's nothing left of me. I'm half of a person. And so Jim is not necessarily, I'm sorry, I touched that cat again. My nose gets all itchy when I do that. So it's allowing myself to move into a new kind of relationship that is not codependent, that is has the freedom for both of us to come and go, to stand firmly in our own space, to be just in love, but not be too clingy and needy. And that is the part of me that I don't like. It's the part of me that I'm trying to let go of. It's that part of me, oh, I'm hurting, I need somebody. No, I'm hurting, and I have a beautiful team around me that will come in. I have an inner strength. I have this love inside of me that's going to conquer everything that's going on in my world. I really don't have to be so clingy, and I'm really not, but lately in this energy that we're in, it feels like there's that part of me still that wants that person that's just always there. It's like, always there, wanting to go, wanting to do things, wanting to be the caretaker, wanting to, I miss that. He was a very special person, but I can't push anybody else into the Steve mold. Does that make sense? He was one of a kind, trust me. And so I have some letting go, some releasing. I can't try to force somebody else to be him. I have to be willing to let whoever I have in my lifetime be exactly who they are. Does that make sense? So I hope you guys are gaining from this at least a little bit. I know, Wendy, you've lost a beautiful dog, and it can be, I've lost pets too, and sometimes I lost a little dog when I was pregnant with my oldest, and God, it ripped my heart out when he died, and for a long time, I still haven't fully let myself bond. That was, she's 30 years old almost. Is she 30? I think she's still 29. Yeah, she's still 29. She'll be 30 in February. But for 30 years, my heart has been waiting for that one little dog again. And no matter what animal I've had, it's like I care about them, but I don't love them that deeply. So I understand what it's like to lose. And that's really important for me to remember that I loved Steve so deeply that losing him could put me in that place of never really being able to love that way again. Or I can do the healing work that I need to do to where I can release the pain of loss and get back into that place of being fully willing to open my heart without fear. It's all about fear. Everything that all of us are going through right now, everything. It doesn't matter what your situation. Your situation may vary very much from mine, and yet the most important thing is that we somehow figure out how to move out of fear. But that is all ego. Ego brings fear. So stepping out of that fear and moving into the love side, being willing to say, okay, I can love someone like that again without the fear of loss, without the fear of them not meeting up to the standards of someone else, without, it's releasing I remember I wrote something a long time ago. We have to learn to love without requiring that they love us exactly the same that we love. I'm sure that I wrote it in a way that was really beautiful at the time. As I do that, I get off in La La Land and it's really beautiful. But there is this need that we have. We think, okay, I'm giving this amount of love and I expect this amount of love in return. And we have to take that requirement away. We have to be willing to love openly. Good morning, Carol. Good morning, Julie. Good morning, Deborah. We have to be willing to good morning, Danette. I'm seeing you guys now. To openly love with everything that we've got, whether it be in a relationship, whether it be a pet, whether it be just another human being, a homeless person on the streets, wherever it is. Good morning, Suzanne. I think we're in this place of releasing fear, the fear of truly openly loving those around us without that need to have that love perfectly returned to us. Does that make sense? There isn't always, not everyone is in the same space. Not everyone is capable of loving to the extent that us big old empaths can. Sometimes that love can be almost overwhelming to some people. They really don't understand it. And it can be very difficult for us to be on the planet because if we don't figure this out, then we hold ourselves back always. We're masking. We're always trying to let people only see just so much of us. And then the rest of it we hold back. I don't know about you guys, but I'm just exhausted with trying to hold the truth of me back always. So what do we do about that? What do we do about it? Do we get to a place where that deep healing, where that fear of not being accepted, the fear of overwhelming people, the fear of loss, the fear of not having it returned to us in equal measure, the fear of being different, the fear of feeling as if we are aliens, orphans, all those things. We have so much. Carol, my cat loves you. Your cat climbs in my lap to hear your voice. I love that. I love cats. Yeah. Erica, I wish I could say I don't understand. I love way too deep. Yeah. I cannot wait for you to get the book too. It's kind of it's a baby book. like in my terminology, it's like it was my first, let's put something out there. So sometimes I can judge it too harshly, but it is filled with love and filled with beautiful energy from both myself and from Paul. So I hope that you enjoy it when you get it. I still have some copies. Anybody is interested. But I really, really feel like we're in a time. So that's where I'm coming from, you guys. I feel like we're in a time. You're in it together. We're all in it together here, okay? Maybe the rest of the world has a hard time understanding the way that you love them. But those of us who are empaths, we came here together so that we could really, really get down deep and just say, okay, whatever it is, wherever you're going, I'm not going to judge you. If you have to scream and yell, if you have to cuss, if you have to throw things around and you have to stomp your feet and throw yourself on the ground and have a good temper tantrum, you're still so loved. That's what source energy gives to us. Unconditional, pure. That's the thing that empaths are capable of. That total unconditional love. And so we're shedding those parts of us that hold us back from unconditionally loving. There's the point. Thank you, angels. We're shedding those parts of us that keep us in fear. Because as long as we're in fear, we can't truly, openly, without condition, love one another. Make sense? So, Wendy, thank you for that compliment. I love that little book. It's got a lot of things in it that I would change now, little typos and stuff. But but I do love it, and hopefully one of these days I can get the next one out there. It is hard to lose a canine friend. I'm so sorry, Deborah. I think that's what you were talking about. Can't seem to love like you have. Not humans, anyway. Animals touch me, though, somewhere deep. I want Nellie, my dog, who died suddenly on Friday, to come back to me. I love her so. I'm so sorry, Deborah. I know we talked about that, I think, yesterday. I can feel your pain. It's like a lump in my throat. I know what it's like. It doesn't matter. When we love that deeply, it doesn't matter that it's human or it's dog. The pain is just the same. So I feel it for you. And I'm sorry for your loss, truly. Truly sorry for your loss. And I hope that you take the time to just be with her, make space. I tell people that all the time. I know it seems crazy, but when you have a big loss like that, creating space for them, whatever you need to do, you just say, hey, take a walk with me. That's what I do with Steve. Take a walk with me. I need to feel your presence. I need to know that you're still there. And he always found a way to show me that he was still there. And he carried me through the deepest grief. Even if he's pulling away from me now so that I have time to do this on my own, it's been 4 years that he has stayed by my side and helped me. And even now, if I really send up that bat signal, I feel him. So, your sweet doggy is only gone in physical, truly. And it's hard, and that's hard. That's wicked. It's wicked pain. So I feel it for you and with you. I'm there with you. And I know everyone here is too. Okay, you guys, let's go into some meditation. The energy is very heavy. I don't want to pull you guys into my grief. It's been such a roller coaster of emotion this month that sometimes I don't want to come on because I'm like, if you see me, I was every single day. If you see me a day when I'm working, when I say, okay, I can't be there today, I'm really deeply falling into that grief and I'm revisiting it, and it's important for me to do it. And it's also important for me to be here with you because then we pick up that energy together. So that's what we're going to do today. Okay? Yeah, you will feel your girl, Deborah. Wendy's encouraging you. Our dogs are like that. They just kind of step out of physical. Cats, they step out of physical and then they just keep doing what they're doing, but we can't sense them around when we're in pain. It's the pain that keeps us from really feeling their energy. So, and there's no rush and there's no timetable for anyone's grief. It's going to work its way out. Look at me, I'm 4 years later and I still was sitting down there at the pavilion last night crying my eyes out. There's pieces that stick around that we've got to work out and that just keep on popping back up and saying, hey, guess what? We still got a little work to do. So it's a process. I feel like I wonder sometimes if if we really, really give our hearts to another, if we ever fully release the pain of loss, or if it's just always going to be one of those friends, those melancholy friends that show up to say, hey, you know what? It doesn't hurt you to have a good cry sometimes. Actually, it's good for you. So why don't we just sit down here and have a good cry? It's okay. So that's where we are today. Let's work on some of this. We are not, don't get me into that, Wendy. That's part of my confusion. We both decided that for different reasons to back off on the whole Whitting thing. I want him to be fully in on that. I want him to decide. I realized that maybe neither one of us, with me going through this grief and with him working through some things from his past relationship, that maybe it's best for us to be in a place of really, really knowing that it's right. And so I told him until he never really asked me. We just talked about it. He never really said, okay, will you marry me? He never actually said those words. So while we were down in Florida, we had a long talk about it, and my processing kicked in, and so later on I said, you know what? I'm backing off. I'm not talking about it at all. Not until you say you're ready. So I don't know if he'll ever say he's ready. He's kind of pokey, but I'm okay. I'm okay. I'm learning that I'm perfectly okay being who I am. I'm okay. When the time is right, we'll know. So that's where we are. Thank you, Wendy. Erica, 2 years ago, I lost my heart dog. I held him during his last breath. I'm sorry. Erica, it's so difficult. That's the thing with pets. It's so difficult. Many of us have lost people. It comes in waves, doesn't it, Carol? It definitely does. Waves wash over, and then you just want to lay down and drown under the weight of it sometimes. But Erica, I'm sorry for your loss too, because those pets, the love is the same. That's all that it is. So you can't compare it. I've given my heart to pets before too, so I know the pain of loss from a pet, and they don't last long enough. Their lives are so short, and then they create space for somebody new. So that's important for me to remember too. They create space for somebody new. So opening my heart and creating space for somebody new, or for you, for a new pet, whatever it is. Okay, there are so many pets that need love, so many people that need love. Let's keep our hearts open. Let's not shut down. Don't be afraid to love again. Okay, Erica, no, they don't. I want to hug you too, Erica. It's okay. It really is okay. When I'm doing this kind of work, it brings me back to my higher self, and that's where I need to be. I don't want to be stuck in that little painful little ego for too long. Okay. Erica, happy me too. My jet is right by my side. Yeah, they do. They just I've seen my little red poodle. He pops in sometimes. He was my baby. It's difficult. He was my baby before I had babies, and he died so suddenly. It was so traumatic. And so I almost didn't ever want to have another one. I'm like, that's fine. I've loved one. I don't want to have another one. So now I'm going through that same wave, I think. And so it's important for us to go through these lessons, isn't it? This is such a learning environment that we're in, and we can sit here and say, why am I going through this? Are they trying to push me to the deep end? Are they trying to get me to just give up? I said that yesterday. I'm like, are you just trying to get me to just finally just give up? Like, I don't want to do this anymore. Literally, we get to this place of I've been doing this heaviness, carrying the world on my shoulders my whole life. When and I really feel like the angels just popped in, by the way. Okay, hello. I really feel like they're bringing us to a place where we are going to a deeper level, to a place, a higher level, a higher frequency. And so all this work is all going to culminate into something that we've never seen before. So hang in there, you guys. I'm here to tell you that all this work that you're doing, it has a purpose. Don't let go. Keep hanging with us. Stay physical. Don't go away. Okay? Good morning, Laura. Okay. We're going to go into a meditation. I think we all need it, and I'm running out of time. I'm kind of out of time. One of these days they're going to say, you can't seem to hold the time frame anymore. We're going to boot you off our network, and that's okay. Because I loved it the other day. On Saturday, we went to, I think it was Sunday, I went on my own page and we just did card readings, and I didn't have any limits. I just stuck with you guys as long as I wanted to. Kind of like that freedom. So I may be doing more that way, but we'll see. We'll see. If I feel up to it later, I got to go to the campground and see Mr. Jim. But if I've got time, either today or tomorrow, I'll try to work in some more card readings. The angels want you to keep working. That is true. Thank you, Carol. They're like, now you can't quit. Sorry, lady. This is why you came. Thank you, Carol. I needed to hear that. Okay, you guys. Never say never. We're not going to quit. We're going to keep on going. I'm here until they take me. Until they take me. I'm going to go out kicking and screaming. I'm going to go out laughing and dancing. All right, you guys, put your feet down. Let's do a little work. Let's drum up some beautiful energy. Let's let the angels come in and comfort us today. Okay? So taking a big breath, we're calling in all the angels. We want you all today. We're being the queen energy today. And we want to see angels just surrounding everyone that's in this group today. Bringing in a big swirl of energy, just like magic. It's October. I've got my wand, and I'm calling you in. This beautiful gathering of angels, of ascended masters. Can you feel that? Source energy, ancestors, loved ones, even the pet loved ones. Come on in, bring that beautiful energy. If you're feeling it, I'm feeling it. Come on in. If you're here to bring comfort, to raise the vibration around any one of us in our homes, whether you're watching now or whether you're watching the future, the effects are the same. There is no time on the other side. Happens when you're ready for it. So step into it. Envision yourself. I want you to, what I'm seeing is this beautiful silky garment. So I would love for you, this comes straight from the book, I would love for you to take that heavy cloak off right now. So if you've been wearing a heavy cloak and it is keeping you from allowing the world to see who you truly are, I would love for you to drop it to the ground. I just heard some thuds. They were very heavy. Mine was super heavy, and I've been carrying it for a long time. I'm fully letting it go today. I'm laying it down. No more hiding me. I hope that angry face was a mistake. If I've made somebody angry, I'm very sorry. So as we're here, we've dropped that heavy cloak, and they are. There's some good hearts. Who's here? Who have I missed? Because it looks like I'm seeing somebody else. I hope that I've said hi to everyone. If I've missed you, I love you, and I'm so grateful to you for being here today. So as we go into this, what they're doing is they're bringing us this beautiful... Wendy, your mom passed 35 years ago today. Wow. Tomorrow. Still affects you. We never stop hurting, do we? It's okay because they're so close. This month of October, that veil, I see people posting things about the veil, and I'm like, I don't feel like the veil is, I think the veil is thinner or even non-existent, more so than it ever has been before. So as we're calling on those loved ones, bring in mom. Bring in the grandmas and the grandpas and the aunts and the uncles and the cousins and the sisters and the brothers and the dogs and the cats and the birds and whoever else you've lost, and the spouses and the loved ones. Whoever it is that you've lost, bring them in. And stand here and just allow yourself to be in the glow of that love from the other side. They're like, okay. They're all like floating above us right now, and they're just sprinkling down this beautiful love energy. And I would love for you to just be in it for a few seconds. And as we're sitting here together, they are bringing this beautiful garment over the top of your head. It is light and silky, has no weight to it. It's brand new. You're taking off that heavy garment, and they're allowing you to feel this light, beautiful weight around your shoulders. There's nothing to it. It's like silk. Feel yourself in this beautiful, it's like liquid fabric. It just kind of flows over the top of you. And it's this garment of love. It allows your heart to shine through. So as we're sitting here together, we're allowing this beautiful love to fill the soul. We're allowing the angels to bring us this layer of protection. We're asking Archangel Michael to come in and clear your space and clear everything that you've got in that space. If there's anything in your space that holds any lower vibrational energy, we're asking the angels to come in and just clear it. Do a beautiful saging of your home, of yourself, of your loved ones, of your pets, bringing you to a lighter atmosphere, a lighter vibration. Take a big breath. And source energy is coming down over your crown and clearing energy all the way, boom, 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 down from way up here, that Merkaba that's above your head, and down through your crown, and placing a beautiful crown on your head. It's lightweight and it's beautiful, and you can envision it any way you like, and circling your head to remind you that you are of royal heritage, to claim your birthright, claim these abilities, claim the abundance in every way possible. And that energy is coming down through into your third eye, and it is just coating you today with this beautiful layer of protection. It's like gold, turning you into this Midas touch. I'm giving you the Midas touch. This beautiful sense of peace, of love, of abundance flowing down over the top of you right now. I love when they do that. It's like, so beautiful. Down into the throat, clearing away the clutter, taking away those things that no longer serve you. Yes, we've all been angry. We've all said things that we probably shouldn't have said. I know I have in the past 24 hours. And we're flushing that out. There is no guilt. There's no shame. There's no blame. You are on the front lines. It is difficult. It's difficult to be here right now. And so they're just filling you up with love, renewing, refreshing. It's like laundry day inside of you right now. They're just flushing it all out and allowing you. Your sheets are hanging out on this beautiful line. The sun is shining down. Have you ever hung your sheets out in the sunshine? Remember the smell of them? That's what it is, laundry day. Remember that smell of the sunshine as you climbed into bed that night. It was like, oh gosh, it smells so good. My mother always hung the sheets out on the line. Smell that, breathe that in, that freshness. Wrapping you up in that beautiful, fresh air of love and support, understanding, unconditional. There's nothing that you can do to push the angels away from you. Truly, you can get as angry as you want and they're still going to be right there. They don't go away. You may not sense them in your anger or your lower vibration, but they're still there. Just reach for them. I want you to reach out and grab one of those dry sheets off the line right now. I want you to pull it all the way around you. Let's build a beautiful fort. That's what we'll do. We're all a bunch of kids. I want you to see yourself just with a bunch of clothespins. We're out in these trees, okay? And we've got these beautiful fresh sheets. And I want you to build yourself. And we're going to connect all together. We're going to build this beautiful fort tents out of these sheets. So take your clothespins, any rope that you might need. Take those beautiful sheets. Find yourself a place to build it and attach it to somebody else's so that we can all have this beautiful community of a sheep fort. How much fun is that? They're wishing for you to remember that you are a child, that you deserve to play, that you deserve to find joy today, that there is nothing that is so important that needs to be done that it should take the place of you laughing and having fun. So today they're bringing that laughter back in the form of a sheep fort. Let's keep on building. I see it growing bigger and bigger. It's almost like a castle. It's a castle of sheets. They're blowing in the wind. And we're all just in there building, and we are going through little tunnels to each other and visiting one another. Wendy, I just found you. I found yours. I was just climbing through the tunnels and I found you. Gave you a big hug. There you are, Erica. I found you. I'm just going to start climbing through. Carol, big hugs to you. Julie, Danette, all of you. We're just finding one another in this beautiful fort. Just keep on going through. As you're going through and you're playing in this fort, I'm going to find you. Deborah, big hug. Suzanne, big hug. Can you feel those hugs? We're in this together, guys. Laura, hugs. Jenny, nice to see you. I'm giving you a big hug. I found you in your fort. And as you're going through and enjoying one another's company, anyone that I've missed, please say so. I've tried to give you all hugs. Laura, big hugs. I'm feeling it, you guys. I'm feeling your love. I'm sending out my love. And all of us are so connected right now. As we're building this beautiful fort, there's this connection, this heart connection between us. I hope that you can feel that. So as we're wide open now to love, which is what happens when we remember the truth of who we are, we're allowing this beautiful clearing. Thank you for those hugs. We're allowing this beautiful healing to come down, and it's still moving through the throat. That's why I'm clearing. I hope you guys are feeling that. The angels are ministering to you right now, bringing back the love within your body, lighting up every cell. I can feel healing in the head, healing in the eyes, healing in the ears, opening up your abilities, allowing you to see, to feel, to smell, your sensitivities. Yes, it's difficult being so sensitive. This is a difficult time to be this sensitive on this planet. But go out into the woods and smell the pine trees and see the colors. Look at those sunsets. Fall in love with that moon. Oh my gosh, that moon was beautiful again last night. Good morning, Annie. Join us we're making a tent out of beautiful sheets today in the woods. So join us. Big hug to you. Big hug, Danette. Thank you. Continue to allow that energy to flow. It's moving down through the heart right now. Big breath. When it's in the heart, you want to breathe and let it go out to every cell, healing to every cell of your body. This is mind, body, soul, spirit. If you're fighting with these depressive moods and things, we want to help. The angels are helping right now. Lightening you up. I feel the wings on my back. Can you feel your wings? Angel wings. Flap those wings a little bit. Start practicing. Start practicing to fly. Down into the solar plexus. Clearing away anything that no longer serves, lightening us up, allowing us to feel those wings, allowing us to feel so light that we just rise up into the air. Go ahead. You can fly around that forest for a little bit if you want to. Come back out of that tent. Have some fun. Take some sheets with you and hang them up high in the trees as you're flying. Let's just have fun. We're going to build a huge tree house out of sheets. That sounds like great fun. Rising up. Just rise with me. It's down into the sacral chakra, creating this beautiful sense of wholeness, of completeness, of safety, as if you're back in the mother's womb. Down into the root. Lots of beautiful energy, clearing away anything that no longer serves, allowing you to have a beautiful platform to work from today. Down the legs, all the way down through your beautiful root system, all the way down into the earth. Now it's coming back up in loads of recycled energy all the way from the core of the earth. The crystals down there, and it's beautiful. So it's coming, all that crystal energy is coming right back up your feet and up your legs. I can feel that heat all the way up your spine. Breathe it in. You may stay in that beautiful forest building your fort if you like. Remember when you're done, for those who are ready to complete, take a big breath, pull that higher self back into your heart space, tone it down just a little bit, calling on Archangel Michael to wrap this beautiful energy of protection around each one of us. Just feel protected and safe today. Know that you are so loved, that your angels are always with you even when you don't feel them, that those lost loved ones are so close, that your little dogs and kitties, they're close too, and that you are so loved. And you will be with them again very soon. 100 years is like a second on the other side. They don't even miss us. They don't have the chance, because before they know it, they blink their eyes and there we are with them. Big breath. Shutting down just a little bit. Protect yourself just a tiny bit. As you go away from this meditation, I want you to feel that beautiful silky garment around you today. Don't pick up that heavy coat again. Leave it down. That's what I'm talking. Picking up, letting go, all these things. We got to know what we want to hold on to and what we want to let go of. We can let go of the heaviness today. Let's all work together today to let go of some of that heavy energy that's been holding us down. We're going to envision ourselves all day in this beautiful silky fabric. Just keep on smiling. Just keep on loving. Don't be afraid. Carol Allen, I felt like you tied your sheet around my ankle. Wendy, I'm so glad that this helped you today. Dancing in a circle, our sheet tents laughing. In our sheet tents laughing. That's beautiful, Carol. I bet if we were all in that same space, we would be laughing so hard. We would be laughing and enjoying each other so much. So let's just do it. Let's just remember one another today. Reach out. You got friends all around you. If you need someone to talk to, you just reach out. We're all here for each other. Take good care of yourselves today. I love you so much. I'll see some of you in just a few minutes in class. I am going to do it. I'll send you a link. I love you very much. Take good care. Bye for now.